So, yes, we did hit the second day of the investigation. Just as a general note, I'm starting a little bit early tonight, and I'm going to be ending a bit early tonight. In fact, my current plan is to be done before I would even have started usually. Which means I guess we probably should just jump right into this, shouldn't we? Okay. So are there times I find this good? Hey, Captain. Yeah, I just didn't want to go this entire week without streaming at all, but the reality of the situation is I should only do a little bit, so. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. Wright & Company Law Offices. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. And then she cries, which I'm not gonna actually subject you, like, etc., etc. Look, it'll be all right. Here, take Gumshoe's gun. No, wait, no, that's what Gumshoe does. Stupid Phoenix. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't, because Mr. Ongard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. God damn it, 8-year-old girl. I need you to toughen the hell up, gird your loins, and we need to investigate this murder some more. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So? Hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective? Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Please do not advise an 8-year-old in any way to use their loins. That is fair. I mean, look, I mean it platonically in the sense that you do have a chakra down there, okay? It's not like that chakra doesn't exist when you're a wee little child. But I think you're right. In modern society, it is probably best to just avoid that in general. Oh, it's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. We're kind of busy right now? Alright, do I have anything... Oh, Gumshoe, you have anything new to say about this? Look, it's my attorney's badge. Oh, it's a little tarnished, don't you think, pal? Don't worry, I'll make it all sparkly shiny again. I'm really touched. Gumshoe is being so nice to us. Could you please take a look at this? I can't think of anything to say about this, pal. Why don't I make us some instant noodles instead? That's okay. Really. Gumshoe, no, you need to save those. Because they're all you're going to have to eat for months. Anything to say about the Nickel Samurai? Nope. Anything to say about... Probably not. Oh yeah, what about the killer? Oh, have you heard anything from the kidnapper? No, not yet. Well, I'm sure once he hears what's happened at the trial today, he'll call, pal. But remember, you can't provoke him when you get to talk to him. Alright, nothing about that. Nothing about that. Should I have evidence-wise? Honestly, probably not much that's going to be relevant to Gumshoe, but... In a lot of ways, it's just easier to cycle through everything. They have the weirdest habit of, like... Because sometimes it makes sense. But a lot of times, they will hide nuggets of dialogue in strange choices. And not even that strange. Like, a lot of times you'll do it and then you'll stop and think and be like, actually, that makes sense. Well, the fact of the matter is, trying to stop and think about the justification for why they'll have a response to evidence usually takes even longer than just doing what I've been doing, which is just spamming it all in their face. Oh, when I saw that button, I thought to myself, this is gonna prove Mr. Unguard's guilty. Ah, but it looks like there was a lot more to it than I thought, huh, pal? You're a pro. You should know better than to say something like that. Well, I'm not a cop anymore, just a regular helper around the office now, so... I wonder if he misses working down at the precinct. Oh yeah, I've skipped talking to this, but Gumshoe is currently working for us, kind of. It's not gonna last, but... There's also part why it's worth going through all these, because he may have unique things to say. Like, I think that's one of the only times Gumshoe says anything positive about the badge, because he's so desperate to have something to do right now. Who would have thought that this knife Mr. Unguard used to eat his dinner steak with? Go on. That it would be stabbed into the victim's body by Miss Andrews, of all people. I guess she just hated the victim that much, huh, pal? The question isn't why she hated the victim to that extent, but rather why she tried to pin the murder on Mr. Unguard. I wonder if she really hates Mr. Unguard. And not his photo. So this nickel samurai was really Miss Andrews, huh? Yeah. It's either when she went to Mr. Unguard's room to get the knife, or when she was done with the foul deed. But I guess we'll never know. Alright. It'll be okay. You'll see her again, little missy. Yeah. It's really important that you don't give up. Okay. I guess a big voice really does give you a sense of presence. I won't give up, ever. Okay, that was different. Hey, cheer up, little missy. Yeah. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. Gumshoe, why do you still have your gun? Oh, okay, no, he didn't. He forgot he doesn't have them anymore. Okay. Like, Gumshoe, did you steal your gun so you could show it off to 8-year-old children? I don't have my pistol or my police badge anymore. Cheer up, you can't give in. Yeah. What are those two doing? Oh, people are jealous of my roguishly cool detective look, pal. It's because of this look that I passed the detective's test, you know. So, this explains a lot. It also raises some questions. But yeah. Like, in the Ace Attorney universe, are detectives decided by, like, a tuning style exam? And Gumshoe just showed up on the day and the proctor was like, I mean, look at this guy. His name is Dick Gumshoe and he looks like this. He's a detective. They're like, sir, he hasn't even started on his test. He's a detective. Oh. Oh, but you know, people can't coast through life on their looks alone, pal. Yeah, you can't count on your looks alone. Wow, I learned something new today. Is she alright? After being shot? After she fired you? I mean? Oh, her wound isn't that bad. Well, the gunshot wound anyway. Oh, but the wound to her pride, now that's a different story, pal. The wound to her pride? Well, until now, she's always upheld the Von Karma creed. But since she came here, well, you've given her pride quite a beating, pal. Now, that's not true. It's mostly the cases that have been giving her pride a beating. Oh. I mean, she may act all grown up, but she's really still just an 18-year-old. Quite frankly, I worry about her, pal. That Gumshoe's a good guy. But also, he is also 13 years older than her, so... Well, that's the first time I've seen that side of Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Forcing people to say what he wants them to during testimony. I want to know what in the world happened to him all this time he's been gone. Could you please take a look at this? I can't think of anything to say about this, pal. Okay, that's literally the same as that, okay. I think that was probably it, but we'll... Oh, wait. Okay, no, this is the same. Which means this is probably going to be the same. Maybe not. I can't believe it. Maya getting kidnapped all because of this guy. I mean, what kind of person is the real murderer anyway? Maybe they're a big fan of Mr. Ungard? But the kidnapper's voice, he sounded like an old man to me. I mean, Phoenix, old people can also like action stars. Hell, Old Bag liked one. Now, admittedly, that was an old lady. Phoenix might be thinking just an old man, but he's regardless. Yeah, I wouldn't think about when the Old Bag if someone showed me a picture of her either. Adrian Andrews. Oh, my impression of her has totally changed, pal. So where is she right now? Oh, I'm sure she's being questioned down at the precinct. At the very least about messing with the body and obstructing the investigation. I shall probably be staying over at the detention center. The detention center, huh? Oh, she was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Because of the suicide of the mentor she depended on, Adrian Andrews tried to follow her in an attempted suicide. Now the question is, who is Miss Andrews relying on now? Alright, let's talk. The future. So, what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Gumshoe. With what money do you think Phoenix can pay you? Say what? You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. Ungard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. I don't have any money to pay him, but also the adorable small child wants him to stick around. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Gumshoe knows that recipe. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? I mean, burgers don't need to be cheap or unhealthy, Phoenix. Depending on where you're eating the burger from. In fact, burgers can be both quite expensive and also decently healthy. Because you're in America, allegedly. This is a valid interpretation, though. Edgeworth. Oh, that was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
He said that? That's horrible.
Burgers are best when using turkey or chicken. I would not know. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to using ground turkey or ground chicken or anything like that. But also, if I was gonna say, let's do burgers, everyone would be like, well, you're getting ground beef for them. And, you know, experimenting with stuff is not enough for me to want to rock the boat when it comes to mealtime. Have you never tried a turkey burger? Burgers are best when beefalo. Hey, Del. No. We almost usually never have any kind of ground meat except ground beef. We'll get ground pork for stuffing when it's the big turkey holiday seasons. That might be hard to fix. That stuff is awkward to ship to people for a variety of reasons, both legitimate and illegitimate, because we live in a society.
He said that? That's horrible.
Oh, but because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. Oh, right. That's the other thing about this. Pearl does not know about the trial at all, because Mio took her over the entire time. Which is probably for the best, but also, she's already an 8-year-old girl. Well, 8-year-old child. Her gender is neither relevant for this specific situation. Sorry. But regardless, like, she would already have a hard time grasping what's going on. But now, for her own sanity, we've taken out one of the big pieces. But she'll learn little bits here and there. Oh, but because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. And also, Adrian Andrews will have to always be able to afford therapy for years and years. The truth. It's Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. Oh, you mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. Ungard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. You mean there's a transformer around, pal? No, Gumshoe. Well, that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Oh, Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you going to visit her, pal? Oh, I thought he was asking which shoulder. No, I'm kidding. No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got her hurt, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick.
Oh, Pearl. I know I shouldn't stay on this screen, but this is pretty messed up. Even for a joke, just the implications. Oh well. Although I do like this, like, Pearl's happy face. She just knows not what she says. Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see. Name of the hospital? Oh. Oh yeah, the Hottie Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Oh no. We're not gonna take Pearl there with us, are we? Gumshoe, can you watch Pearl? Oh, streaming tonight was a mistake. March 22nd, Hottie Clinic, reception. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Oh, what kind of creepy voice did I give you again? All I really need to do is just have no self-respect or decency for an entire half of the human race, so...
Yes. I'm here to visit a patient.
Hi. Wait a second, you're...
Yes, I'm Director Hottie.
Why are you still here? Which, I mean, that's all of us right now, right?
Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me.
Director Hottie. That's Edgeworth. Director Hottie. I was gambling on it being Francisca. Oh well. Edgeworth?
Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you looking bad from this morning. Yes. What is it?
Director, Francisca. How is Francisca von Kerbel?
You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her, miss. Yes, that thing, the surgery, it went well.
You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret.
She looked so beautiful, absolutely terrified, yes. But I understand, yes, her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret, like, she would scream really loud. Yes.
I see.
But she's really cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I could get used to it.
Going back her whip. Cancel that. Remove it. No, the problem is, Hottie is... He's that awful kind of horny where, like, you can't win unless you actively get them jailed. Go back to your room. So, Francisca, guess that remove it and him. So, the objection counter was catching up. But Francisca's back in the investigation phase, so maybe she can pump up the whip numbers again.
You're so mean, my frisky Fresca. But that's good too. Okay, yes, it's time for my IV drop. Yes.
157. Wonder what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Ah, no, I shouldn't have come here. Oh, he got her flowers. I'm astonished Phoenix could afford to buy a bouquet of flowers. This patient is undergoing rehabilitation.
Wasn't that patient standing in the same spot the last time you came to visit? Doesn't look like they've moved any closer to the reception desk, huh? Is this clinic really doing anything? Is that patient really getting better?
Hey, don't just cut into my monologue like that. I'm explaining things here.
Ah, sorry. Yes. Most sorry, yes.
He is truly a weight we must bear. This is the clinic's reception desk. It doesn't look like there's anyone at the counter. On the wall is this month's Ward to the Wise. Put your best foot forward. Bring us up at a general clinic like this doesn't really mean much, does it? This must be the waiting area. It's got the feeling of one, and there are sofas lined up. I don't see all that many patients.
Yes, well, visiting hours are over, that's why. It's time for nightly consultation to begin. Fine, that is.
Isn't there anyone keeping an eye on this guy? I mean, look, Phoenix, sometimes awful people just exist and do things. How do you think Old Bag and Lotta persist? I wonder where that door way down there leads to.
Oh, that's the X-ray room. Yes.
How did you know what I was thinking?
Ah, yes. Well, it's because that's the X-ray room. The X-ray room. Yes.
There is something very peculiar about this guy, because I know it's not me. That's not necessarily true, Phoenix. Hey, Francisca. My attorney's badge. Ah. I guess that's all I get. Okay. I will count that, but I'm not going to present everything to her now, because it would muddy the whip count. The shooting. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. What the hell is it like being a prosecutor in Germany? I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. By taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. The deal to basically falsify testimony and evidence. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. Oh, to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ongard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have proof that I made such a deal?
You're denying it?
It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find Angad guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means.
Miss Von Kerma? Are you a bitch? But no. I mean, look, she's 18, she's cocky, she'll get there. Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Angard will be found guilty.
And what does that have to do with me?
Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all.
But you had to know she was. Ow.
I think visiting hours here are about over.
I mean, according to that thing I looked at, they have been over, in fact.
So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Okay, Edgeworth we can shove a bunch of stuff at.
I've been put in charge of this case, so I can't give you any help with regards to clues or evidence.
You sure are hard-nosed. Totally different from Detective Gumshoe.
And that is why he was fired.
He's got a point. I feel like it's not gonna give us anything for like a minute or two, but this gives me a chance to take a small break too, which is nice. Although I might get something when I start doing the profiles, because they'll say things about characters at least. So yeah, unlike Edgeworth, who already by the third case was like coming around to being a good guy, and then he gets accused of murder in the fourth case. Francisca's a little bit more hardline. She wants to win. Wow, he actually says nothing for any of these. Fair enough. Do you say anything for the profiles? Okay, if you're not going to say anything for... Okay, almost definitely not. Alright, he's not saying anything, that's fair. Today's trial. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far...
But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural.
I mean, are you actually standing on the line? I feel like the prosecution usually has it pretty cushy. Now, we've seen in the investigation game that it's a little bit different, but that's also not in the courtroom. Oh, I can hide the whip counter again. Adrian's card. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you.
Witness, that card. Give it to me. Hurry. Do you have any idea what you have stood stupidly yet inadvertently done. This. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
That card? What in the world is it?
You mean this?
Listen, Wright.
This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it.
I understand.
Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that.
An assassin? Picture card added to the court record. Was placed next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews was carrying it. It's actually kind of surprising. Like, I'm trying to think. We have Shelly the Killer. There are times when, like, it's like actual, like, what's one I'm looking for? Career criminals occasionally show up, but a lot of times that's not the case. Crashes through the wall. Hey, Darth. Welcome to my little short stream tonight. I don't have a ton of time, but I want to do a little bit. We just learned that a card was from Shelly the Killer, an assassin. Speaking of assassin. So who is this Shelly the Killer?
The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name.
So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them?
He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Just didn't tell me you were streaming. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, it was kind of a weird time for me to be streaming. I started a little bit early. But that's... I don't know why. Occasionally Twitch remembers, it usually doesn't. They seem very inconsistent.
Why would he do something like that? We think it is a part of his duty to his clients.
His duty?
If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see.
The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience.
I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case?
It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it. Wouldn't you agree?
Shelly the Killer, huh? Oh, are we finally actually telling Edgeworth about the fact that Maya's been kidnapped?
I noticed something at the trial today. Where was that big-breasted lady you usually have with you? She has black hair sometimes, but then she also had, like, tannish brown hair?
Oh boy, Edgeworth, there's a lot going on. But no.
You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter?
I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want?
An acquittal.
I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to.
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. You don't have even a single lead to go on. Phoenix, I know you're still torn up because Edgeworth dumped you for a little bit. Edgeworth, oh, so I kind of fucked things up. That's the other kind of downside. I guess it would make it too easy if Edgeworth had known about the kidnapping right away. But also, his whole angle gets a little bit, I don't know, it's weird. I went off last time about the fact that I feel like the kidnapping actually works better if it happened the second day, but there's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Alright, listen, you need to know something. Juan Carita was killed by Shelly the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt Ongard, your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Letter of introduction added to the court record. Received from Edgeworth. Allows bearer to freely investigate the crime scene. Edgeworth. I have money, Phoenix. I can find a lead. It is true. He has a whole investigative force he could use. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. Ongard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please. All I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. Date, question mark, question mark, question mark. Time. Location. Who knows?
Heh, I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does with everything in court.
Maya, come on. Phoenix bluffs a little bit, but also, he's usually on like an honest track a lot of times.
Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Click. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
Date. When. Location. Where. I think these are mostly the same.
What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see.
It is not too dark to see based on this image.
I've unlocked the door with this card. I should probably go and take a look around.
Alright, I think that was all the same as last time. Now we're going to more question marks. Date. When. Time. Also when. Location. Where. Saddle dish. Digital broadcast.
What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now...
Interesting. I don't think I ever even actually got the online subscription for that. But maybe I got that and then I changed my mind about getting it. Well, I guess we know it's updated now.
For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here.
Examine.
Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now, where's the power button?
Click.
Hooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Ah, I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered.
Maya, you need to focus.
What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? Sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here, but what is an antenna doing here?
I mean, I think the more valid question is, what is a VCR doing here? This is set in the future. Well, it's not the future anymore. I'm pretty sure this is the past by a decent chunk. But it was the future at the time.
Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is.
Still early 2000s game. Yeah, it's true.
Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here.
It's funny sometimes when you see things that are set in that came from far enough in the past, where there'll be something set in the future, and it's like they had no idea. That weird period where VCRs and DVDs exist at the same time. That was a weird time.
There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty.
So that is Celeste and Pax.
Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue.
Oh my god.
Locked, of course.
No, Maya. But the other thing. There's a pet in this house.
And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there.
Oh, maybe if you had a little bit less burgers, you'd be skinnier. No, that's not fair.
It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this?
But burgers are tasty. Lots of things that will make us fat or give you diabetes are tasty, unfortunately. It is the sad state of the world.
That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something?
Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will.
Eee.
It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
He is?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you.
What a shock. The man with the scar is evil.
Ways? You mean?
Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes. Correct?
Dead?
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
No way. You're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick.
March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Hottie Clinic reception.
Mr. Nick?
Oh yes, Pearls? Okay. caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Alright. Anything new to say? No? Okay. Detention Center. March 22nd. Detention Center. Visitor's Room.
I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Aw.
Oh, I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the...
Oh, you Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you.
A message?
It's from Matt Ungard. Here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say.
To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you.
Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden?
Oh, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel. Alright?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Matt's note jammed in the pocket. Please feed my cat, Shu. My house is just a little ways down from the hotel. Client's request is a request. I guess I should go check up on his cat. Well, we need to go save a cat. Actually, wait a second. Is there even anything going on in the Criminal Affairs Department? March 22nd. Police Station. Criminal Affairs Department.
Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around.
Hey, you gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here.
Mr. Nick, is Mr. Ungard really that big and bad of a criminal?
Actually, Pearls, never mind. Sounds like they're working on a different case. Alright, we can come back here later. We have to go from the hotel, okay. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel. Hotel lobby.
All right now, Mr. Nick, let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
You shall not pass. I knew it'd be you, old bag. Miss Old Bag. Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although, I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. I want something much more valuable. Out at Edgy Poo's heart, all for me. It's all your fault. You awakened the wild beast inside of this old bag.
Miss Oldbag.
Keep your hands off of me. This helmet is airtight. No airs get in and no air gets out. Then why do you keep putting it on? Don't think you can get me to move with silly questions. You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. Yeah, no, screw you. No, let's... talk. Let's just talk to Old Bang and get this out of the way. night of the murder. Ha!
You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Oh, it's the only way I'm going to get any investigating done. Let's first do something about this kooky alien. Same thing? Yeah, okay. Do I have a means to get her to go? Oh, yeah, the letter of introduction. Oh, fine. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... edgy poo?
Ugh. Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'Amour I smell?
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young man to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so. You understand?
Letter of introduction given to Miss Oldbag. So see, Edgeworth is clearly on our side, because that hurt him a lot to open himself up to that potential in the future.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad, and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
Pearl, baby girl, I know you are an 8-year-old shipper at heart. You must not support Oldbag in this way. It is wrong. Edgeworth,
I feel a great disturbance in the force.
that may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Oh, every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. Okay, but Phoenix, either you're bending down so she can hit your face, or Pearl has impressive jumping capability. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
Oh gosh, she's back. Ugh, what? What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into Onguard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I mean, this is a visual novel. It's anime adjacent. Oh, I mean, there's an anime of it. It is anime. Except they'll have superhuman leaping abilities. That's fair. I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating to kill her.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there, and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
The side effect of immense spiritual power is massive jumps. This is all probably the same, but we'll check it anyways, I guess. It's the stage that we're going to use for the post-ceremony stage show. After the show, there was supposed to be a press conference, but...
But that press conference...
It's really the victim, Juan Carita, trying to disclose something about Mr. Onguard.
But they're both heroes. Why would they do something so unheroic?
They may look like heroes on the outside, but on the inside, they're only human. A lobby with a grand staircase always feels enormous, but right now, the only thing filling this enormous room is anxiety about the murder. I really hope nothing else bad happens here. I don't remember if anything else bad happens in this hotel, actually. Because this is very specifically not the same hotel as the first game. Like, it's the same company, but it's a different hotel of theirs, which was very weird. Seats for the spectators of the post-ceremony show and press conference. But it's too bad neither event is going to be held now. Cameras belong to the press. They came to cover the conference. Ways new same saying empty stage. Okay, those were all the same. Which isn't weird, but Viola Hall. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. I think these are all going to be the same.
I want to eat a meal with Mystic Maya again.
Yeah, me too.
Whenever I watch Mystic Maya eat like she does, it makes me happy about eating, and I can eat a lot.
Well then, how about after we wrap up this case, we all go out for a huge 20-course feast? Phoenix, how will you pay for it?
Okay, let's work really hard then and bankrupt you for the years to come.
It sure is one luxurious hotel. Almost to the point of gaudy with how it blends together everything fancy and manageable. That was the same. It's probably the same. I think Pearl has new stuff because we didn't do this Pearl last time, maybe?
That is such a beautiful sight.
The chandelier?
Yes, but I can't believe it. I can't believe that such a terrible murder happened under such beautiful lights. It's shocking.
The Masuda wasn't sure we can feed the Sun family for Thanksgiving. Oh no. The award ceremony was held on that stage. It was really fabulous.
You just reminded me of the circus.
Oh no. Okay, that one we definitely did before. I remember it because it was a bad joke. Alright, that was all basically the same. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hallway. Oh, god damn it.
Well, hey, city boy.
Lotta, you're still here.
Wrecking course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snoop up the scoop, yeah. And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But do you have a camera? Wreck given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I mean, if you're just inviting Chi-Chi to dinner, because the males in the family are either dead training around in space, you just know portions. That's fair. I mean, Chi-Chi probably didn't even change your name, right? I don't know if that ever comes up at all. God damn it, Lotta. I recall Chi-Chi having a huge appetite. I mean, I never knew what Kid Chi-Chi was like. I should probably read original Dragon Ball at some point. Just like the Dragon Ball stuff. I know that most people stand by it as being like most of the best stuff. But I don't know. I've read and watched One Piece, which doesn't lose the core of itself as it gets to later stuff. She didn't likely have a last name. According to Bulma, family names are rare in the Dragon World and OG Dragon Ball. Oh, okay. There's like 4 or 5 people in the whole series that have last names in that universe. That's fair. Well, yeah, because Chi-Chi's dad is just called, what, the Ox King? Do I have anything to... Take a look at this. Nope, sorry, no can do. Only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel. A what? A steaming hand towel? I need one for my eyes. Today just ain't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient. Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. Bulma, the Sun family, and Hercule and Videl. I mean, I'm pretty sure Vegeta's last name is Vegeta. His first name is just Prince. No. Yeah, I guess Saiyans don't actually ever get. They only have single names, which makes sense. Warrior race. If you're in the Vegeta line, you're either king or prince. I don't know what they do if they have. Well, no, I guess when you have additional children, you then give them actual names. In fact, Briefs is not her family name. This was actually a dubism. Dr. Brief is her dad's first name. Ah. You know, I feel like I've heard that before, too. I'm gonna assume you won't actually spit anything, but let me just go through you anyways, Lotta, real fast. Okay, if she's not gonna say anything to the camera, I'm just gonna assume she doesn't say anything at all. Wait, can I talk to you about Old Bag? Okay, she's not doing anything, okay. Night of the Murder. I want to ask you about the Night of the Murder. What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. Oh, I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. So what you're saying here, Lotta, is that you were here just long enough to be inconvenient, but not actually helpful. No, that's not fair. Her picture was actually helpful. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? Can I read what you've written? What? I can't believe the stuff you read. Oh, you mean the stuff about Angar shoveling his manager lady onto Corita? Yeah. Wow, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull-dooders. Hey, what's with you? Why you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? Camera. Ah, my baby. My $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. I guess Lala doesn't understand the word libel. No, I don't think she does at all. Hey, you're that Redcoat's friend, ain't ya? So put in a few good words for me and get me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? No? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Can you not? Okay, I'll see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just leave already? Alright. Alright. I'm going to get through the introduction of this, and then this is what I'm going to call it. As I said, very short stream tonight. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel. Corita's hotel room. Who could this be? Oh. I have no idea who that is. Mr. Nick. What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? Is it Old Bag? This mysterious voice keeps going on. I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon. Yeah, it's freaking Old Bag. Oh, did we just find it? I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that for any elderly I think she was actually, like, being sad because Juan's dead, but... Excuse me. Watch who you're calling a demon, brat. Zoinks! It's the alien. Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss Old Bag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with you youngins today? What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Okay. I didn't want to do this, but the fact of the matter is, I'm gonna need to start with Old Bag next. Because it's already been over an hour, so I need to wrap up. But hey, thanks for hanging out for me a little bit. Maybe, I don't know how quick this first day is gonna go, but I should be able to get through this, go to On Guard's house, maybe get the thing I need to get, because I know Gumshoe needs to give us something for something we need to do in this room. I don't remember if there's anything else we need to do. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Good night, guys. Until next time.